All right, welcome to the latest edition of the FPL America podcast. This is David Smith.
Travis Hoyk.
Brian Shesko.
Gentlemen, Happy New Year.
Why are you guys yelling?
Am I yelling?
You're yelling.
Feels like I'm yelling.
You're yelling.
I'm yelling.
I didn't feel like it was
I'm
that
just
loud.
talking. Gentlemen, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the holiday greetings as they are now over. The festive fixtures in the Premier League are over. There's so many games, and there was so much going on that we haven't been able to record for a couple of weeks. And during the festive fixture time, that means we probably haven't recorded in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I'm kidding on those match weeks. Physical weeks, it's at least been 2 weeks. And again, it feels like it's been at minimum 2 match weeks, probably 3
game weeks.
3 game weeks
Yes.
since we've last
Yes,
recorded,
ma'am.
which is crazy.
Everything blurs together. I don't even know.
It does kind of all blur together. But that such is the time of year, and we have a ton to talk about. We can, there's so many places, Travis, we can start. I know we've already talked about our schedule and where we want to go.
Did Santa give you everything you asked for Christmas there,
great
Mr.
question.
Dave?
Yeah, sure.
Great question.
I got a couple of things.
Tools for work.
One of them was a
full size,
was it like a blowtorch, like a blowtorch, and
you were
that
asking for a back brace
that
for
you
Christmas
add-
from us, but we said no.
right.
So we're not buying you that.
Yeah, but sure.
But you got a blowtorch
Just gotta
instead.
lift
That's-
it with your
It's a
legs.
blowtorch you just add onto like a small propane, little handheld propane tank that you for like starting fires and such.
Starting fires.
So which always is good when you go camping or you're grilling and start your little chimenea or among a couple other things. Got some clothes and so yeah, it was a good time. Got to see family. I got to see my brother Matt. Got to play a lot of pickleball.
Yeah.
The Smith clan met down in one Hilton Head Island, and it was a great time, great week, amazing weather, and probably the warmest that I can remember us being down there, which was just fantastic. So, great time, gentlemen. Anything special, Travis? Did Santa bring you a new vehicle?
Yeah, I got a new truck a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, you
I had
did.
to drive pretty far to get it, but I did.
Okay.
Got it inspected today, so it is street,
Okay.
it is street legal.
Yes, that's always good.
We're back to not being a single chariot family.
Yeah. And in the American way of life, a single chariot family is very difficult.
When you have kids doing activities,
I
it's
know.
just
It
and
is
that's
very-
everywhere.
it's
But
very
there's no public
difficult.
transportation here, so it's
Not
it's
any
just
that's any good.
work. Yeah, it's tough.
So you got to have 2 chariots. Brian?
I got some unexpected things,
Okay.
but I didn't.
I think I got updated
didn't-
on some of those.
I didn't
Yeah.
ask for a lot of things,
Right.
but I got some stuff I wasn't expecting.
Okay.
So if we want to turn this podcast into a 30% sports card box breaking podcast,
It's already a so rare podcast. So.
No, well, we don't have to do that anymore. But yeah,
Okay.
that was an unexpected one.
Wow. Any
I-
jewels you want to discuss
Oh,
really
we got-
quickly?
I mean,
There might be some card people out there.
They'll make some offers to you.
Yeah,
Pay your kids'
brother-in-law did a really cool thing. Got a premiere. Was a Panini. Well, it was Prism, I suppose. No, Panini Select. So it was a hobby box of Panini Select. And it had an autograph in it. Just happened to be Steven Gerrard. So
Never heard of
Wow.
Liverpool fans would probably love that kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really generous of you to give that to my daughter.
Yeah.
She was really excited about that.
My brother Matt, not to upstage you, but when my dad a few years ago was working in Saudi,
Yeah.
there was a nurse. I don't know if you remember this because you weren't potting with us then, but you were listening. My dad had a bunch of weird connections over there. Saudi Arabia is a wild place. One of the head nurses had a family member who worked for Liverpool Football Club,
Oh,
and my
interesting.
brother Matt has a signed jersey with Suarez and Gerrard and Sturridge
nice.
That whole clan.
Wow. Yeah.
Because that's
That's
when
a
my
good
dad was
year.
working there. It was.
It was a really good year to get him.
And so he had like a signed jersey with like everyone's name on it, and then like a signed ball with the same thing.
That's
something,
cool.
which is pretty wild. Not to
Wow.
upstate your
Brian.
Gerard stuff.
I
I
mean,
think it was
Your
on
thing is lame.
the Gerard slip year. I think it was that year.
That never happened.
Maybe not. Anyways, Brian,
So
continue to roll.
that was
that's
it.
That
I
is
mean,
awesome.
Honestly, it was. It ended up being good overall. I think.
Have you looked
So-
at the estimated value for that, Gerard?
Haven't
It's
yet.
Not in your hand yet, but will be.
No, haven't seen it. Honestly, I don't even know how many of them are even out there yet
Okay.
to even know if there's any
What the
auction
rare-
or if
okay.
anybody's even selling them. So,
Wow.
but yeah,
Very
any
cool.
memorabilia and signature cards and stuff like that. I don't even know how much I'm not like eager to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, sure.
So, but
No
anyway,
doubt.
yeah, it ended up being a pretty good time with everybody. Ended up being a
Very
a
cool.
Depends
good
on which one
holiday.
it is. What
And-
year is it?
24-25.
Oh, somebody's selling a redemption
Oh, the people.
for $85
Yeah, I'm sure the redemption things are out there somewhere.
Okay.
because they're probably all fake.
I know people will do that.
22-23 one is like up $800 for one.
Oh,
Gee,
Okay.
freaking
All right, so-
looks like I just got to wait a few years.
Yeah. This is
24-25. Is that a 24-25?
This is not a collector
That could
card
be a $500. Yikes!
card collectors podcast.
I just had to know,
But-
man.
Yeah,
I had to know.
we'll see.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Travis, what are we here to do?
We're here to talk about. I don't know. Brian's talking to me. What are we here to
no,
do?
go ahead.
We're here to talk about the things on the board here. First and foremost, the things that we said that are smart and stupid, but
Okay.
also a lot of the things we said we didn't record. So
Well, so we missed game weeks 18, 19, and 20. We can't say definitively how smart or stupid we would have been. I know the moves that I actually
Right.
made on a free hit on what I was forced to do on my bench boost, and then what I ended
Yeah.
up with on my
Which
team
you've
from
done
last week.
You've done really well over the
Yeah.
last like,
Overall,
5 match
it
weeks.
would have been probably like 65-35 smart.
Yeah.
Stupid. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
imagine.
No, I think you're
you had a
probably
great-
being
great
generous.
couple weeks for
I
sure.
think
What-
it's probably more than that based on your scores.
One thing I know for sure, after Liverpool conceded a goal against Wolves in game week 18, if we had recorded right after that, I would have said that Liverpool's clean sheet percentage odds for every single game is 0.00 because everyone is like Virgil and
Yeah.
punt on Frimpong, which I did. I was on
Yeah,
free
the
hit
free hit,
18
yeah.
was Virgil and Frimpong were part of my defense. Thankfully, Frimpong got the assist, but as soon as Wolves scored that goal, I was like, of course they did. Of course they scored a goal because Liverpool.
Right.
And so it would have sounded funny, and we would have gotten a lot of agreement, I think, in that immediate aftermath. And then
It
I would
been
have looked
stupid.
like an idiot
Yeah.
in the Leeds game, which ended 0-0. How?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So that would have been stupid.
Hit the
and
post
then,
a couple times.
And then
This is
would have
rough.
looked like a genius again this week with the Fulham game. So
Yeah.
that's one I know for sure. It would have been smart and funny, then stupid, and then kind of smart.
Kind of okay. Yeah.
So other than that, so do you want to just talk about how he actually did?
Yeah. I mean, Brian, I could go to your team right now and look at how you've surged up the table.
Since you've been gone, as Travis
Since
likes
you've
to
been
say.
gone, you have surged up the table in our own mini league from like 9th and now to 3rd. And you might have been lower than 9th in the mini league.
At one point, he definitely was.
So-
he was doing really
Yeah,
bad.
was
Kudos
really
to
bad.
you.
He was down there
No
with
one
Scott.
likes a second half of the season more than Brian J. Shesko. And so that is awesome.
Game week 18, free hit. What ended up being good was 50. I scored a 57 that week on the free hit, which was fine. The average was 44. Michael Keane,
That's a big
that was
one.
that
Yeah.
was
Big
probably the
call.
biggest hitter.
Yeah,
but
that
then
was a big
lots
call.
of itty bitty returns. So Pickford clean sheet. Frimpong, Rice, Ekatike only got assists in that game. Saka got an assist and bonus points. Semenya scored and got some bonus points. So it ended up being like a decent amount of like kind of those
Haul.
middling
Yeah.
returns. Nobody like really blown it out of the park. The week that you wanted to start Dubravka was that week. That was the best. I think that was the best score Dubravka.
Oh yeah,
had all season.
Dubravka had like an 11, and I had started Raya with a 1 or something like crazy.
You used your free hit that week also, or no? You were done with your free hit.
I free hit 18.
You free hit 18. What did you come up with?
I had a 54. I had Ekatike, Calvert-Lewin, Verts, Semenyo, Rice, Frimpong. What hurt me a little bit was I had one player on my bench. That was it.
Oh, okay.
And I had 2 defenders that were super cheap that weren't going to be playing anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
In Arujo and Delacroix from Burnley. So Calafiori picks up a knock in warm-ups.
Right, that was annoying.
So he then doesn't play, which hurt. And then something else happened. I have 2 on the bench from Foden, but I can't remember. I had Cunha, and anyways, whatever. It ended up being fine.
United
I was better than average.
I was going to say, that still
54
ends up being okay.
was fine.
Yeah.
Next week I had 43, barely above average.
Right.
And then this week 54. So I've been okay. I haven't been blowing the doors off like you two. But Travis, I've been okay.
You did not free hit game week 18.
I free hit 19.
You free hit 19. Okay. What did you do in 18?
Nothing, because I didn't have any chips.
Okay.
So I waited and free hit 19, trying to catch what everyone else was chasing in 18, just in a different week as a differential. It didn't work out very well. I had a 46, average of 40,
right.
not great.
Low
but
average.
It was fine. Yeah, I hedged hard on United doing something, and they didn't. And same thing, hedged hard on City doing something, and they did okay. And then same thing, looking at Voltamata to, blow the doors off.
Nope.
He just didn't.
And then just benched
against Burnley, and so it was not awesome. But yeah, game week 20 was fine though. Game week 20 was useful.
20 was much better also over here. Game week 19, the free hit ended up being whatever. I think it was a lot of the same people. Like I said, nothing like watching Liverpool concede goals. Game week 19, I was forced injuries. That's what blew me up in 19. So even on a bench boost, I had to take a hit to field 15. So Bruno was already out.
Yeah.
So I was free hitting 18. So Bruno was still in my team.
Mm-hmm.
Calafiori ended up still remaining like a minimum an injured out, which I don't think he ended up playing.
No,
he didn't.
He hasn't played since.
No.
And then
minutes.
Joe Rodon was on my bench, which that would have been fantastic to keep on my bench.
That would have been. He probably did. He get bonus? I think he might have got.
No, he was ruled out for weeks ahead of Liverpool. So Rodon wasn't even part of the Leeds defense. He was like a 4-0. He's been the 4-0 defender I've held on to all season.
Sure.
So Rodon was out, and Matty Cash was already someone I was trying to get rid of because I wouldn't have wanted to play him against Arsenal anyway, and he ended up not playing.
Right.
So I had 4 players that were just absolutely out. And then the returns were just bad. I only got 2. Like it's 2 returns. That's never good. Minta and Semenyo, the only 2 people who got any kind of return, and they just got an assist. So
you were really good in week 20.
Well,
though.
Brighton that's the thing. Brighton was the crusher in 19, and then Brighton was the full redemption. Yeah, they were crushy in game week 20. Kept Verbruggen. I had brought in Van Heck.
You got that from Verbruggen.
Well, Van Heck was
that's unbelievable.
So Van Heck, and this is this is definitely where we don't have to spend a lot of time discussing it, but all of the late game, post game, day after, whatever, like up to the end of the game week, defensive contribution, essentially like the stat corrections, because those things change, and so Van Heck was on a 9 because it was a clean sheet. He had gotten defensive contribution bonus by the end of the game, which then that put him up into bonus points. So he was on a 9, but somehow he lost either a clearance or one of his stats, which dropped him under the DEFCON threshold, which then took away the 2 points for DEFCON, and then that also dropped him out of bonus points. So he went from a 9 to a 6. So I love it that players can all of a sudden, Opta or whoever is controlling the numbers on it can just all of a sudden decide, like, no, that was actually more of a shot than a clearance.
Right.
You know, that was less of an interception. I'm not sure that tackle was actually completed. But no, game week 20, like, I certainly considered moving Tiago out of my team, particularly for Jared Bowen. I
did that weeks ago, and that was horribly unsuccessful.
I might have done it if I had the money, but I didn't. I just didn't have the money to do it, and I didn't really want to take another hit. Because my one move last week was Nico O'Reilly out, Gabriel in. Gabriel, you're Gabriel.
Yeah.
Gabriel,
the
Arsenal.
Mr.
Gabriel.
Goal threat.
Oh, the greatest goal threat that we've ever seen in Premier League history, really.
Honestly, it's getting less tongue-in-cheek the more we talk about it, though.
I know. Although, Dave, you got to say...
Goal threat. I saw him kept scoring, and I kept thinking to myself,
kept going.
Brian's got to be...
Well,
livid.
when he scored, I agree with a lot of...
The last one was garbage goal.
I agree with a lot of Liverpool and other teams' fans in the Aston Villa game where... basically be consistent on what's a foul on a goalkeeper and what isn't. That has been called so many times against so many other teams when Gabriel bundles into goalkeeper and then has a ball glance off of his thigh into the net. And so
consistency is all I ever want.
That's
it. I just want to know what you consider to be a foul or not a foul.
It's not as fraudulent as his haul against Newcastle.
I was wondering if this podcast
every week
be able to make it through without you mentioning that.
Declan Rice is the one that killed everybody. Because I think most teams I think it was most of the teams that had him in the top 10,000. He was benched by most people, if not sold by. I think he was the most sold
after week 19.
Well, he had a yellow triangle, too.
Right, as soon as there was swelling on the knee,
Yeah.
swelling hasn't gone down, a doubt for the game week.
It's a shame we couldn't have recorded because I would have told people, hey, my sources say he's fine.
You had him.
Yeah,
you played him.
Started.
Okay, well, there you go. We needed that.
Started him, 17 points.
Of course.
Bruno Guimaraes started him.
Yeah, a fantastic player to have.
10 points.
Newcastle crushed. Chow was the three big performers this week. Definitely they were the big swingers. So if you didn't sell Thiago, didn't sell
Thiago
Declan,
is what I needed.
And if you had the guts to go Chow over Lewis Hall, then you're loving life. I would love to know who the people are who have all three of those guys, because I'm sure there's somebody out there.
Interesting.
Didn't see the numbers on how many people triple captain Thiago for the game week, so I assume it's not many.
I also
anyway,
for the record, because you did allude to it, I did identify that Opta, part of Stats Perform, are the official data partner for the Premier League, and they are using an Oracle API for that stat collection to be integrated into the FPL data system. So just so you did correctly begrudge Opta. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware, your stuff.
Well, I appreciate that, and I love knowing where I can find all of the reasons why.
Which direction to shake your fist at.
As long as I know, where to hurl the stones, I'm fine. So that was it. 3 game weeks, 2 decent ones, 1 not so decent one. And yeah, Dave, it ended up being a good way. We'll see how this week goes, closing out the first. Slightly more than half the season.
Obviously, we're going to reference in this podcast, what happened in this last match week.
Yep.
I think it's most relevant as we're launching into another match week starting tomorrow, on Tuesday, and so maybe this will get out and be able to help some people. If
no
not,
one's watching the game.
Maybe it will help you following.
No one's watching the game tomorrow. No one's watching that game.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't matter if they watch it or not. They still got to have their rosters in by then.
Yeah, but no,
the team's locked.
Game.
Right, but
you were
still got to have It did.
You were talking about earlier, looking at some of the numbers that have kind of started to stack up, specifically for midfielders.
Yeah, man.
Look, well, when are we talking about first place Arsenal?
That's not on the agenda.
Did you?
Nah, yeah.
Poor
yeah.
thing.
That was the
on there.
last time. Arsenal
He
AF
cut
and
something out.
Yeah.
It's funny how Arsenal's in
We
first
can
place
just-
and no one wants to talk about him anymore, Brian. Isn't that funny?
I mean, the
Isn't
season's
that
not
funny?
over.
Even when you weren't here, I've
Still
already
time
said
for lots
it's,
of injuries.
no. There's this. We already
nothing
said
to talk about.
title's wrapped up. Title's
it's
wrapped
in the
up as
bag.
soon as
I've
they
yet
had
to-
a 9-point lead.
I
or
haven't
whatever
conceded
was.
it.
It's
I
over.
think City still surges.
City will still surge,
What we were talking about is
but not
that,
enough.
In the last 3 weeks, there's
Semenyo is going to come in and just blow everybody out of the water.
No, not true.
Probably not. In the last 3 weeks, there's been some significant performances. They're probably people that you've been tempted by, but I did want to, for planning purposes and for just for funsies.
Funsies.
I want you guys to guess who the number one scoring player is from the 3 weeks that we've missed. In the last 3 game weeks, who is the top scoring
Declan
player?
Rice is probably sitting on a 28, and he only played 2 of the 3 weeks. Maybe. Did he have an 11? I'm trying not to look. Did he have an 11 blank and then a 17?
Somebody had a.
I don't think it was that high.
Okay.
Oh, geez, I don't even know, man. It's got to be a defender.
Thiago?
It's a defender.
It's not.
No, it's not a defender.
No, Dave, you are right about Declan having an 11. However, it was not in the last 3 game
was
weeks
4.
since we've recorded.
It was 4 out of
He got an
Interesting.
11 against Everton in
Okay.
game week 17. I'm just talking about 18, 19, 20, the 3 game weeks that we have not had a podcast. Who is the number one scoring player in FPL in the last 3 game weeks?
I know it's not Erling Haaland.
It's not. That is very true.
I know it's not Ekatike.
If you guys even get,
Is it?
if you guys even
is
get the,
Mukulele?
if you guys
in
even
the
get
running?
the
He said it's
team,
not a defender.
if you
Oh, it's
even
not
get the
defender.
team that this guy is on, I would be surprised.
Come on, there's 20 teams.
Rofs.
No,
Oh,
it's not Rofs.
I don't know. I got nothing.
It's a midfielder. Someone who is classed as a midfielder.
Class as a midfielder, not playing as a midfielder.
Play the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire drama music. That's
I really feel like I want to get this.
Yeah, I got nothing. Who's playing it for Shada? Yeah.
It was Kevin Shada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
29 points in the last 3 game weeks.
He
Helped
did have a
by
hat trick.
his
He had a
hat
That's what I was
hat
trick.
trying
trick
to
in
think
one
of
the
who had
matches.
Trick
the-
against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Shada has taken 8 shots in the last 3 games. He's in the top 5 for shots. 6 on target, which is
We took way too many hints to get there.
the better.
That was kind of pathetic.
The better
Dave.
thing is that it was 6 shots on target. Only Ollie Watkins has had more. The issue is he scored a hat trick on
Yeah.
3.31 xG in the last 3 game weeks.
Which
I
is
honest-
good. That's good. I
don't
mean,
know.
that's
Well, I don't know what to do with him because if you're now everyone moved to. You're moving back to Thiago,
Thiago.
or you already have Thiago, and I'm not sure how
I'm
much.
back on Thiago.
Do you want to stack the Brentford attackers? It's probably
they're
not,
the only ones though.
It's not
Are
the
you gonna
worst
yan
thing
out?
you could
Shada
do.
is just hasn't been wicked consistent. I think he's always
Apparently
been
in the
worth
last
a
3
mention.
weeks.
Last 3 weeks, again, a hat trick will do that. But the next top scorer is Gabriel. Obviously, is the number 1 transfer in. I think the most obvious transfer in Premier League FPL
Obviously,
history.
ever in history.
Yes, Dave, I do have him. No, I am not ashamed to have him.
Is
in
it
my
time
team.
for me to go?
He's in your
from-
first bench spot,
from
right?
Calafiori?
You didn't start him out of principle.
I'm going to do a new strategy where I'm going to put Gabriel as my number 1 bench spot all the time, and so he's going to be
And
my
then Bruno is starting.
Is Gabriel
fail
going to
safe.
go up in points again tonight?
in price.
If he was, I think
maybe.
it was actually. It's probably going to happen right now. Let me
Dave, do you
look.
want to know a pretty amazing stat about your
Nah, it
team?
already happened.
Tell me.
Like Arsenal's already kind of far and away the best defense. Like they're still the best
Even though
defense.
it seems like in the last few weeks they can't seem to get a stinking clean sheet, but whatever.
Arsenal have allowed 55 total shots in home games this season.
Okay.
55 shots. The next fewest is Bournemouth in home games with 81.
Wow.
Arsenal have allowed 55 shots.
Well, when you dominate possession at home, you're going to get the other team's not going to get many shots.
It was a surprising number. Those numbers
That is wicked low.
Most of the team data numbers that we're pulling are just straight from who scored.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you'd get some fantasy fix stats,
Right?
But in this case, just when I saw that, I was like,
that's like crazy.
I know
low.
you're already like everybody's already said, like a lot of FPL pundits already talked about, Rhea. You want the clean sheets, but if they're not getting the clean sheets, all the other goalkeepers all of a sudden start to look really good. But the knock on Rhea, even when they're keeping clean sheets, is that he's only making one or two saves a game. And I'm like, well, this is why in 20 games they've conceded, in 10 games, I guess they've played 10 at home. They've only given up 55 shots. I think you've conceded 5 goals in home games.
It's taken me half the season. But I finally come around to maybe this is the fifth item that should have been discussed is we're halfway through the season. What do we know? What did we think we know that we thought, has showed itself to be true and then not true? Like some people thought that it was Liverpool's moxie and quality that got them through the first 6 match weeks with their wins. Some people were thinking it was, is their luck going to run out? It's probably landed somewhere in between. And then, then there's just like, well, Sunderland's
going to get relegated. Like, surely they're not going to stay up. And then they stay up. They're like, oh, this is cute. This is nice. And then here we are halfway through the season. And Sunderland has a goalkeeper who's relevant, has another defender, maybe multiple defenders who's relevant. And Sunderland, as a Premier League team, is no pushover.
When I really wanted to do that recap of the season? In between the next break.
Is that what you want to do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do that. I touched on a couple things there.
I love that as a break bit, just to go back. Recap, nothing like recapping stats.
Recap stats.
The other guy
Gabriel
who
did go up
in the last 3 game weeks.
6.
In the last 3 game weeks, the other guy who has scored 25 points, James Garner. Everton.
I saw that.
Dave, your favorite last 3 games. 5-16.
The saddest mustache in the Premier League.
5-16-4 in the last 3 games. Dave, another stat that you love about Garner, he has scored at least 3 points in every game since game week 14. So
James Garner.
I know.
That's 6 game weeks.
You want more than 3,
Garner.
but 3
Maverick.
from a player that is 5.1 and is only 3.1%, and a player who we've probably referenced and in passing more than once on the pod, but not much more. Yeah. I'm sure we talked about it because Grealish and Ndai and Garner, they've all had something at some point, and Dewsbury Hall. All of those guys have had flashes. They've all had games where you're like, oh, I got to get that guy. And here's Garner just kind of ticking along. Garner has the most shot attempts of any Everton player this season. So Garner has attempted 31 shots, which is more than any forward or the other midfielders on the Everton team.
Interesting.
So I know, and part of that is Ndai has been gone from AFCON for a few games
weeks
here. So maybe if Ndai had stuck around, it'd be a little bit closer. But still, the other thing is that Garner's second only to Elliot Anderson for defensive contributions.
Wow!
So that's why his
that'd be an interesting
floor is 3 points, basically 4 points because of that.
That'd be an interesting midseason recap. Guys we thought were going to get the DEFCON points, who did, who didn't. because Elliot Anderson was way up there as
he was always one of the favorites.
He's gonna be the guy, and he is that guy.
So
not all of them are, but he is definitely.
So on the total defensive contribution,
but neither
numbers,
one of you have owned Elliot Anderson all season, and save maybe the first week.
I was tempted by him at one point, but I never actually went there.
And Elliot Anderson isn't on
anti-DEFCON early.
I think
early
he
season.
maybe
I think both of us were.
is in the top,
or at least
20?
not. We hadn't bought into it.
I'm not.
Maybe top 20
as a strategy to target.
Again, I think it's like this week I saw it where I'm like, oh great, Van Heck, awesome, love getting that extra 2 on top of the clean sheet. In the end, it's still 6, but it was 9 or 8 was better than 6.
Yeah,
but 6 is still better than, like, I don't know, Tarkowski hit the DEFCON threshold this week, but finished with 2 total points. You know what I'd rather have than defensive contributions and 2 points from Tarkowski? I'd rather have 6 from Van Heck. So it's the same thing. I don't know why it's not even a point worth arguing. It's like a nice addition. Also, the thing that a lot of people have pointed out, because it's so like flexible at the end, the way they do it, it's like Alex Volo, we'll reference that guy again, had a rather long rant about this earlier in the week. Basically just said DEFCON's kind of backwards, because you're essentially rewarding players for being completely under threat and having to do things like make clearances,
being out of position and having to recover.
Right. Like, you're essentially rewarding these players for having to do like the crappiest, dumbest work. Meanwhile, like the guys where it used to be the players who were creating the most chances, who were taking shots, or who were completing the most passes or whatever, that seemed to end up contributing more to the bonus point system. Now defensive contributions become such a, they've been, such a way of distinguishing players, and it's like the bottom line especially for defenders, I still want an attacking return or a clean sheet more than I want a guy to get 15 blocks and interceptions. So, Dave, you went back to Thiago. Travis, you did not sell Thiago.
I never left him.
I never left Thiago.
I wish I would have never left Thiago.
How bad is the seller's remorse? He is the number 1 forward transfer in.
Horrible.
425,000 transfers in as of earlier. But do you guys like the fixtures? Home Sunderland, at Chelsea,
look,
home Forest.
What I've learned with Chelsea, what I've learned with Sunderland is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the fixtures.
Okay.
You'd rather have them home, I would think, but it doesn't matter. Sunderland has showed that they're going to be very good whenever and wherever they go.
Right,
and
but that's
so good luck.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I just feel like it's not like the greatest. It's not a cakewalk of a schedule.
Is not a great.
Also, for what it's worth, in the last 3 game weeks, Thiago has attempted 9 shots.
Thiago, okay,
Brentford,
9
Thiago,
shots.
Brentford's Thiago.
Brentford. I am
and
talking about
2 different.
You are talking about
things.
Igor Jesus is who you're thinking of from.
No. I was talking about Thiago. I just want to make sure that they do have similar uniforms.
You're thinking of Thiago Silva.
No.
Okay.
No, he was.
I'm talking about
Brazilian
defender. I'm talking about 9 total shots for Brentford's Thiago in the last 3 game weeks. 6 of those shots were
Nascimento Rodriguez.
Were this week. 6 shots against Everton. I can't blame one person that sold him for almost anyone.
Yeah.
I sold him for Bowen.
Unless you sold him for Joao Pedro. In that case, I do blame you.
Well, remember, I had sold him it was the Arsenal, Tottenham,
he was hurt.
Leeds, Wolves.
Okay.
You finally showed back up at Bournemouth, but I don't know.
Right.
It didn't hurt me until this week.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Right. He's fine.
He's home to Sunderland. If you're going to play Sunderland, play him in at home is probably for the best. Chelsea away is not great, but they're in flux, and you never know what's going to show up. And I think that's even more true now with what we haven't talked about, Maresca leaving, being a factor.
Right.
Forest at home is fine.
At Villa, not my favorite.
Villa, not great. And then
Maybe
it gets
by then you're-
then Newcastle away, Arsenal at home. Not awesome, but yeah, the next couple weeks are fine. I think he's good.
It's worth holding, and I understand why people are rebuying him because what else are you going to do?
He scored 17, Brian. You have to rebuy.
The other guy,
Well, and it's not just in a it's
buy.
It's
I know.
it's not in a vacuum either, right? Like he was scoring, was injured, had a tough fixture run, and now he's back scoring again. There's
Right.
I mean, it's not like it's like just a blip, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's continued on his early season form, I think, or at least it has given indication that he could. So I think it's worth starting him, playing him.
it's not an even, it's not a 1-for-1 comparison, but Ollie Watkins has matched Thiago in the last 3 game weeks with 24 points. Dave, returns for Ollie Watkins in 5 straight games. He has returns in 6 of his last 7 games. He has attempted 11 shots in the last 3 games, which is tied for second most overall. He has 7 shots on target in the last 3 games, which is the most of any player in the Premier League in the last 3 game weeks. Dave, 2.99 XG, second only to Kevin Shada, but again, Shada's XG was high in 1 game. They have Crystal Palace away and Everton at home in the next 2 games. I don't see one thing wrong with the guy I was imagining is Ekitike to Ollie Watkins as an obvious transfer. But Travis, this is your window to talk about why you should or should not consider that move.
I think you should definitely consider that. I think Villa is a much more stable offense. I think Villa is definitely on the ascendancy. So I like Watkins for sure. He's also got the Premier League pedigree. He's done this before. If he's finding form, why not? Ekitike's been great, but he's also been injured, and he's seeing more minutes than he's ever had to manage before, and he's clearly nursing an injury that he can't shake.
Okay.
So as far as I'm concerned,
so that's the big question.
I don't think he's gonna get the minutes, and if he does get the minutes, I don't think he's gonna be as effective. I'm not saying he's not gonna score, but I am saying that he's likely to not get the minutes that you want. Definitely not compared to Ollie Watkins, and Watkins is cheaper.
So the issue right now, I think, is in a 1-week vacuum, you would rather have Ollie Watkins at this Crystal Palace, current version Crystal Palace, continue to fade this version of Crystal Palace.
Especially as the noise of Glasner to United starts to hit.
Right.
I think that's going to unsettle a little bit.
Glasner not signing a contract extension, all of the already established
Glasner
movement.
to United?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
no, legitimately, I think that's a real possibility.
But even Gahey almost definitely leaving, and Adam Morton we've talked about already
likely
being a likely mover. The next probably $100 million.
He's squeezing
midfielder.
a lot out of a good team that is probably overperforming, right? And you can only squeeze it out of folks if they believe in you and they're bought in, but they start to believe in you less and buy in less when you've got 1 foot out the door. And that goes for your captain as well as your manager. And I'm not saying he's doing that, but the speculation absolutely affects him. There's no question it does.
So in the 1-week vacuum, you'd rather have Ollie at Crystal Palace than Ekitike, regardless of fitness.
He may not even
against
play.
Arsenal, and I think that's the big thing.
It's a very strong possibility he does not play, and we get worked. A very strong possibility of that.
But then I think what everyone is rightly pointing out is that you get Burnley coming back after the break. And so,
which is fine after the break, but for right now, no freaking way.
Would you do that as a 1-week transfer? There's no way you're going Ekitike out, Watkins in this week, and then right back again.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
It's just that
after a break, why not?
If you
got the transfers, fine.
I mean, look, some people could have been wild carding.
Sure.
And they're like, I hate my team so much.
Why not?
I want a clean slate.
I don't think that would be a terrible move.
If I had the money, I don't think I'm going to have the money to do it. It's a really expensive front line of Ollie Watkins, Ekitike, and Holland.
Oh, yeah.
But Thiago out, starting in Chelsea. I don't know if I want to spend that much, but I kind of like that.
I kind of wish I would have. I don't think I could have done it monetarily. I kind of wish I would have looked at the Watkins numbers a little bit longer before I pulled the trigger on Tiago.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, I knew that he had been doing pretty well, but from match week 16, so the last 5 match weeks, 5-5, 12, 5-7.
Yeah.
And that's just a good run.
And the 12 was the I believe the 12 was the brace.
Was in a coming off the bench.
Off the bench, that's a nightmare.
At Chelsea.
Right. You would have been screaming.
So, that's pretty awesome.
I hate seeing the like revisionist moments, especially of guys coming off the bench. You see the points, it's like Anthony Gordon, like in his goal run where one of his 10-pointers was from a penalty kick that he got from whatever 20 minutes off the bench or something. But whatever, points are points, Dave.
Points are points, Brian, as they say.
That might be that might I don't want to. That's not foreshadowing. I'm debating still, but that might be my actual move. Dave, you would have to, once we talk about midfielders, you would have to convince me why I should not buy Declan Rice. Well, I'm only making one move. I'm not making more. I'm not taking.
I would have to try to. So I would. Number one, say that you're crazy for not having the number one midfielder in fantasy, who's on all set pieces.
What was I going to do? Sell one of my other guys?
And
yes,
and he's been scoring goals.
Yeah, I understand that.
And then also, we haven't mentioned him yet this podcast, but I brought him in a couple weeks ago. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
We're not going to talk about
was he on 2 weeks, 3 weeks of no goals? So
not true.
He's not on his heater anymore.
That's true. It is true.
It's
he
2
was
weeks.
benched because he was benched.
2 weeks. He had 8 points against Sunderland. He played 20 minutes against Liverpool.
He did have a ball in the back of the net.
He hit the top of the post or the post against United on the header.
Yep. He's there. He's close.
Very threatful. And again, so
you love a threatful.
Mm-hmm. I love a threatful, and at that price, look. Let's go back to match week 13.
He
for
still
Dominic
hasn't scored more points than
Dominic
João Pedro.
Calvert-Lewin, 7, 9, 6, 9, 13, 8, 1, 2. So, yes, is it possibly could have gone on his cold streak? Maybe. It could also be the fact that it was Liverpool and United in back-to-back weeks.
If he's going to score, he's going to score against Liverpool. Come on.
Liverpool,
come on.
Anyone can score. Even Wolves can score against Liverpool.
That's true, too. Dave.
Hey, they won. They won a game, guys.
I'm not really sure what to say about Mickey Van de Ven. He has also scored 24 points in the last 3 games. Who? Mickey Van de Ven's on a heater, guys.
He was great early season.
11, 6, and 7 in the last 3 games. That's 2 clean sheets and an assist. I got an assist this past week. He's 4.5.
Good. I can transfer Aiden
Is
Heaven
it worth
out.
going back to him?
Back in.
I don't know.
I had him early.
This is the problem. It's Mickey Van de Ven on this Thomas Frank Spurs, and
they have not figured it out yet.
Yeah,
they're not there.
To me, it was.
I'll
just
discuss that in the recap.
What?
Yeah, we do need to talk about that.
The recap, I will discuss.
Yeah, we need to talk about that for sure.
Well, Spurs and Thomas Frank
and how that's going. All right, so
the other guy.
Go ahead.
Well, Nathan Collins, another Brentford guy. You're probably not doing
great.
23 points in the last 3 weeks. Dave. An even bigger heater for Nathan Collins from Brentford, 4, 8, 4, 9, 10 in the last 5 game weeks.
I really like Nathan Collins.
That's crazy.
I really hope that Liverpool picks up Nathan Collins. Legitimately.
I don't know how many times, I'm sure this has happened before. He scored a 10 this week, a goal and an assist.
Are we talking about Gabriel?
No, Nathan Collins.
Oh, okay. Just
goal
checking.
and an assist against Everton. No yellow card. 0 bonus points.
Weird.
0 bonus points.
Yeah, but Thiago had the hat trick.
I know.
Still weird.
He's a defender.
Who else got the bonus then?
Some guys.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Guys
That's
got
real
them.
helpful.
Grealish got. I'm sure Grealish
had 2 assists.
Oh, because of that. Yeah.
But either way, it was one of the weirdest final stat lines I've seen. 0 bonus points for Nathan Collins after scoring a goal and an assist in a game that their team won. Same issue with him as with the Kevin Shada and Thiago, the Brentford fixtures, however you view those for a 4.9 defender. his stats aren't really stand out in any kind of way, which is odd because he doesn't shoot very much. Like for the season, 11 shots, which is like not very many for a defender who's that active offensively. He's only created 6 chances, which is like nothing for the whole season. In 20 games, 6 chances created.
Yeah.
Odd for a guy who has 44 touches in the opposition box, which is the 4th most of any defender. He is an inexplicable defensive player to me. Travis, time to revisit Florian Wirtz. 8.2, 10.5% selected as of a little while ago. 23 points.
Wishful thinking.
23 points in the last 3 game weeks.
Who?
David, are you ready to apologize to the world for your anti-Wirtz bias?
No.
You heard it here first. You heard it here, Wirtz.
He's coming around.
No.
I don't think he's there. He's not in the finished article.
He's still not worth.
He's not worth what they paid for him. But here's the thing, though.
But
I will
just
say,
talking about strictly
first
FPL.
season, first season in the in the Premier League, I think he's hit a reasonable margin of skill at a decent pace with a lot on his shoulders. I would love to see him continue to increase his physicality, increase his endurance to withstand the difficult demands of the Premier League, and score. Because offsides or not, that was a well-worked goal that they gave him. It was a well-worked goal. It looked good.
Yeah, sucker.
And if he was, 5 centimeters, further onside, we would just be talking about how wonderful it was that he unlocked the defense, right? So as far as I'm concerned, no, don't buy him.
Really?
But he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. He is so far from what his potential is right now. And the fact that he is kind of entering the conversation is a good thing. I really, really, really hope that whatever coach comes in after Slot will find out what to
Question for Liverpool management. With Chelsea and United both sacking managers, is Liverpool
they're not going to get
concerned
desperate.
that one of those two clubs is going to go after someone that they want?
Is Liverpool in 4th? Are they in 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow,
as bad as they've been, they're in 4th.
as terrible as they've been, they're in 4th place, and that's a conversation I was having with Billy.
The gap between 14th and
It's significant.
5th is 4 points.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's very tight. But here's the bigger picture of it, right? If they wanted Glasner, they would have gone for Glasner when they were having their bad run, right? Glasner's, I just don't. I mean, money talks.
Is he the top dog? I mean,
he and Iraola, I think, are probably the guys that folks are going to go for. But as far as I'm concerned, in all likelihood, if they were to part ways with Slot mid-season, which I don't see happening, they're in 4th place in spite of themselves. If they were to, I think Klopp comes back.
Okay,
he's bored out of his mind.
So
he's
Liverpool's
absolutely bored out of his mind.
4 points ahead of Brentford.
Who? Liverpool's
4 points ahead of the table,
which is wild.
Right. I think it's 4 points.
And we have to play Arsenal. So
Blazers had it there.
They will not be 4th place for long, but they
are now. 4 points ahead of Sunderland.
Right. The gap, I think, between 14th and 5th is a total of 4 points, and Liverpool's only 2 or 3 points ahead of 5th place. Like it's a game. So when they lose to Arsenal,
so a lot of people are saying
they still probably hit 8th or something like that.
A lot of people are saying that this is one of the worst Premier Leagues in a long time.
No,
I'm not jinxing it.
So. I would say that's crazy.
When Arsenal
that's the strength
beats the
of
absolute
the middle
stuffing out of Liverpool.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I agree. I don't think that's going to happen either. I think it's set up too well to be a blowout, and it's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to be a 1-0. It's going to be a 1-1. It's going to be tight.
I hope there's penalty controversy.
I hope there very likely will be. Right. I just red cards. It's going to be a real.
Arteta was criticized. I don't know if you guys remember heavily after that game about how he set the team up.
So defensive,
yeah, of course.
Which honestly,
and that was the last time.
That plays into Liverpool's favors. The part of the issue with Liverpool right now is they cannot unlock a low block. So if you come after them, you better score, and you will. You better score, because if you don't,
That
they're
was
gonna
the last
find goals.
time that Arsenal kind of struggled to score. That was probably the last clean sheet that Arsenal had.
Liverpool does play up to
And so, I don't know, I'd like to
some of the
think
bigger teams a lot
they
of times.
learned something from that.
I think it's going to be a good game.
I do think Arsenal will play down to their competition.
And I think Liverpool will
it'll
play
be a
up.
close
I think
game.
it's going to set up to be a blowout.
Is it Sunday?
And it won't be.
Or is it Saturday?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, I mean, it's Wednesday.
Oh, it is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
what am
I'm
I
still
talking
here. I'm in
about?
LA on
that's right.
Thursday,
Yeah.
so
I'm thinking it's a weekend.
We should definitely watch it. It'll be
Wednesday.
fun.
We'll see.
Oof.
We'll see where I am working.
Yeah,
I'll have to
working. This guy
make
working.
an exception there to where I'm working.
Working. I have some work that needs to be done around here.
There
Let's
you
throw
go.
it up on the
That's
big
what I
screen
needed
here.
to hear.
Be wurtzing. 23 touches in the opposition box in the last 3 game weeks for Florian Wirtz. Second only to Ryan Cherky, which brings me to...
You're not
Ryan
buying him
Cherky.
either.
Which
You're-
brings
you're
me-
not buying him either, and you're
Yes, I
not
am.
buying
I actually
Wirtz.
like him.
Ready?
I really like him.
I've got your Ryan Cherky propaganda right here,
I
Dave.
love.
You're not buying
I
him.
really love him. I think he is the most like calm, cool guy on the ball. I love watching Ryan Cherky. Right now, he is very, very good.
Fool's
I
gold.
love watching. No,
medium
that guy
price
is skill,
in a-
pure
in
skill.
Fool's gold.
I love
in a
that
mini
guy.
segment that I am only calling a medium-priced midfielder difficulty. I'm calling mid-priced midfielder difficulty because it's guys who are, I'll just say, in the Cherky range, which right now is 6.8. You could go a little lower than that, down into this like around 6 or in the mid 6s. And I'm gonna cap it at Foden. I know Foden's a little expensive, but Foden's on the top end at 8.5.
He's 8.8 right now.
I mean 8.8. Sorry, that's too high. But I'm saying, as somebody who is debating, and like a lot of people, the fire sale is on for Phil Foden.
Yeah, for sure.
Cunha at a little over 8. Wirtz at 8.2. Morgan Rogers at 7.6, the same price as Antoine Semenyo at 7.6. You could throw Morgan Gibbs-White in there at 7.3. Declan Rice, 7.2. Dave, your guy, Bruno Guimaraes, 7.1. And then there's Cherky at 6.8. You could make a case to me for any of those guys. You could make a case to keep Foden and not go to any of them. You could tell me that you're going to sell Foden for any name I just said, and I might probably shrug at you and just say, I can see it. Dave, Travis, for what it's worth, Ryan Cherky has started every game since game week 15. Since then, in this midfielder range,
He's been top.
Ryan Cherky, 44 points.
That's a lot of points.
Declan Rice, 41. I know he missed a game.
What? I thought he was the best.
Rogers
Interesting.
and Wirtz,
He is on the
39 points. Cunha, Bruno G, 35. Semenyo, 34. Shada, 33. Gordon, 30. Odegaard, 28. If you got
Surprising
28
he's so
points,
high.
I'm telling you, in the last 5 weeks, if you got 28 points from Odegaard, you wouldn't even be really mad about that. And all those other guys have scored 30 or above. Like,
Including Cherky.
including Cherky, who's
Who
the
you
number one scorer in that price
Fool's
range.
gold.
In 5 weeks? 5
mean,
weeks is not fool's gold. Come
Points
on,
are
man.
Points.
44 points.
You'd have taken those in a heartbeat.
I just don't think that's going to continue.
Did you hear what I said? He outscored Declan Rice in the last 5 game weeks.
Yeah,
You ever heard of him?
Heard of him.
Never heard of Declan Rice.
Best midfielder in the world. Heard of him.
He might be.
Cunha is far and away.
I can't think of another guy that's better than him right now.
Cunha's
Not all around. I don't think at the moment all around.
Cunha far and away the most shots. 30 shots from Matheus Cunha in the
He's a
last 5
shooting-
game weeks.
He's a
It's
shooting
crazy.
son of a gun.
The next closest is Morgan Rogers with 19, just to tell you what kind of a gap. Cunha's just shooting on sight. But
He's
Cunha's
desperate. Truthfully.
10 shots
You should
on
watch him.
target for Cunha, which is tied for the most, but in that volume. Man,
Cunha's
whatever.
their only attacking threat right now, like legitimate attacking threat, and it's because he's shooting on sight. It is kind of painful to watch, but he's so good that it's actually kind of effective. So yeah.
One of the weird remaining,
desperate.
one of the remainder stats that's in there is that Brian Mbumo still has, since game week 15, is in the top 5 for shots on target. So, he had a lot. Big chances. Kevin Shada 6, Cunha 5, Anthony Gordon, 4. Wirtz and Gibbs White, 3 each. So all of them are getting into scoring positions. Box touches, Cherokee number 1.
You love you some box touches.
Ryan Cherokee, 43 touches in the opposition box since game week 15.
You're not buying
Most of yes, I might.
Yes, I might.
Okay.
You're not even thinking about this.
No,
Fool's gold.
he's not. He's not.
I'm actually not thinking about it.
He's not thinking about much right now except for sleep.
Wirtz is actually second on that list with 39.
And you're definitely not buying him.
Why not?
I think Cherokey's worth
I'm not buying him
talking about.
against Arsenal.
No.
I don't know. There's like he could be the guy who
Honestly, Arsenal's
laughs
probably
in
not
my
a bad
face.
buy.
But like,
It's going to be open.
Well, you can say right away it's better than at any stretch that Tijani Reinders has put together
oh my gosh, yeah.
for them.
I legitimately thought about going back to him like
True.
for like a hot second this week. Like, and I was just like, what are you doing?
you know,
I get it.
He
that
was so deep
Foden
last week. What
is
happened? How
probably
did he
the
score?
most stable, but Cherokee at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, this is 5 straight weeks of most of the minutes that he can play. He's doing, he's on the top of chances created. He's in the top.
So you're saying go to from Foden to Cherokee. Got it. Let's move on.
I'm just saying.
I have
Just
Foden.
kidding.
I'm not sure I'm ready to do that.
He's created
nobody's
more
doing-
chances
nobody's doing-
than
don't do that.
Martin Odegaard, who's second. So Cherokee, 19 chances created. Odegaard, 17. Wirtz, 13. And then there's the drop-off. Semenyo, 10. Grealish, 10. Cunha, 9. Bruno G, 8. Like, Cherokee here, Odegaard here.
But chances created only matter if someone's finishing them.
Big
and nobody's finishing half of those things.
Big chances created. Cherokee, 7. Bruno G, 5.
Fair.
Declan Rice, Morgan Rogers, Antoine Semenyo, 3. I'm just saying to you,
Okay.
in there, sprinkled kind of throughout. I
Think
didn't name
about
Trossard. I didn't name Neto. Enzo is in there on some of those things. Szoboszlai pops up sometimes.
Okay.
Kluivert sometimes. Garnacho has some good numbers in the last 5 weeks, but I just don't think they're nowhere near the top of transfers in. I'm just saying Cherokee is
Interesting.
extremely tempting given the numbers of
Okay.
the 5 game weeks that he has started now, like 5 straight starts and numbers that put him at or near the top of all midfielder scoring. And then definitely when you're in that price range and you see Cherokee at 6.8 or Wirtz at 8.2,
Right. You'd rather go to church.
It's way
Right.
too expensive. Yeah.
or if you're holding Foden, and we've seen
There's
Foden,
zero risk.
You've seen Foden's ceiling. You know what Foden is capable of. It's not. How is it bad if you hold Foden? It's not. It's just that Cherokee, Foden for 8.8,
Right. Or
Cherokee for 6.8.
Right.
So I'm not saying it's right now the numbers.
Or
definitely-
Shada for 5.8. I'm
No,
kidding.
he's 7.
I'm just
7-1 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying if you're not pricing yourself all the way down to a James Garner at 5.1, you're not going all the way. Or is Harry Wilson 6 yet?
5.8 still. I think.
5.8. I mean, that's
crazy.
still an amazing price for somebody who seems like he's going to just kind of keep doing that.
Yeah.
So you can
At
always
Chelsea,
go lower.
though,
I'm just saying that range in the low to mid 6s up into
Yeah.
the low, like around 8. There's 7 names of people that you would have been totally satisfied with any of them in the last 5 games. Yet they're at the top. Ryan Cherokee.
Fine. It's worth a conversation.
End of Cherokee rant.
All right.
You still have to apologize at some point for hating Florian Wirtz.
No, he's got to do more than he's done.
does. I'll give you that.
Those are the big guys. Most of the other transfers in, it feels like they're, I don't know. I don't want to say it's obvious. Nothing is obvious in this game. But of course, people are chasing Chow. That's how you say it, Chow.
I actually own him now.
Oh, you do?
I had him for
bought
my
him
free
ye-
hit.
I
and
bought
of course,
him
he did
yesterday.
nothing.
Wow.
I bought him yesterday.
How many transfers did you have?
I had 2 because I forgot to make a move the week before.
Right.
Forgot
I
to
was-
stop drinking
I
for
was
New Year's. We got it. It's fine.
I was in Hilton Head mode and family
when
mode.
you're here, your family.
and had too much going on, so I legitimately did miss the window. And so I was carrying 2. And
I wish you would take this more seriously, Dave. You have a
we
responsibility
can
to
discuss
the
my
12
night-
people
my
that
night
listen to
moves.
these things.
I know.
The names that are there at the top, Dave, you said you did buy roofs.
No, but I'm a Raya owner, and it's like, man, right now Arsenal can't seem to keep a clean sheet, and Rofs just goes out and either saves penalties or has tons of saves, or is just standing on his head, and it's like, golly, man, that guy. And I've seen enough of Sunderland now to know that this is not a 7-week little fun thing.
Right.
No. Sunderland's going to be around their whole season.
One of the moves I seriously considered, since he's the second most transferred in player for goalkeepers, is Jordan Pickford.
I've had him all season.
Right, you've had him all season. We've talked about him multiple times this season.
It is the most consistent clockwork thing you can do in FPL.
I was hesitant for a second. I thought, you know what, this might be my chance. I'll just get rid of Dubravka now and just be done with it. Go from Dubravka. I had the money to go from Dubravka to...
He's got Wolves at home. Why wouldn't you?
Well, he made me nervous. It was
Wolves
getting
at home. He's got little arms, but he'll stop him.
It was getting shredded by Brentford at home is what changed my mind.
Whatever.
It didn't change my mind. I ended up like I said, Nico O'Reilly out, Gabriel in. But for a second there, I thought about making my one move, Dubravka to Pickford, and then I would have benched for Bruggen for Pickford, and I really would have been screaming.
That would have been
yes,
rough.
Wolves at home,
negative
on paper, a much better matchup. However, Wolves, which was it? Was it West Ham sucks? Or was it that Wolves just put in such a spirited performance that
West
they
Ham,
little A, little
what
B.
is West Ham doing?
Little A, little B.
I'm just saying, if there's a fighting chance for Wolves, and they've discovered something here, and
Was Strand Larson going to score a goal finally?
maybe
No, not going to happen.
he's gonna dunk right on Tarkovsky's head.
He's taller than him, I think. Still, no.
After that, though, you're at Villa, you're home to Leeds. I don't trust Leeds at all. I don't trust them to not ruin your day.
You don't trust Dominic Calvert-Lewin to score?
That's why I'm saying I trust Leeds to be a spoiler team.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Brighton away, I don't think anybody wants that. And then the other unpredictable team that you never know what you're getting any week, Fulham away. So I'm just saying, I understand
True.
Pickford is
Fulham away.
consistent. You like him for Wolves. I'm just saying the 4 games after that, I'm like, I don't know. Am I really going to start him? You'll probably just take a bunch of 2s.
You're a 2.
Which then also Tarkowski, I see. I mean, he's the 3rd most transferred in for defenders. Like I said, got the defensive contribution threshold this week for his total of 2 points.
Solid.
Amazing.
Solid return.
I just am not. I don't know. Maybe
solid.
If they completely dismantle Wolves, then sure, he's going to be a great pick. I just am not like. I feel like I like a lot of the other players around there. That's
cool
really it.
Cool story, bro.
Dave, it's real quick about Urian Timber, all of your defenders. Is Hincapié injured?
No, Hincapie's been playing.
He's one of the top sales for defenders. One of the most
I think it's because
sold.
Gabriel's back, right?
Yeah, but
Gabriel's
but
back.
but I'm
he
saying-
slid over and has been playing for Calafiori.
Is Calafiori on his way back?
Is Ben White
I
still
don't
out, right?
know. Ben White's playable.
He's fine.
Yeah, so is Miles Skelly.
So
Right.
Yeah.
This
is
what
what
I'm saying.
Hincapié do. Yeah, Hincapié seems like a
I would have
weird
thought
pick.
once Gabriel was back, Hincapié would lose
Sit.
his spot.
to White or Miles Skelly,
but-
even if Calafiori's out, right?
So who knows? Maybe, but Calafiori, again, they're still unknown. Like they haven't released much information on that.
What's your preferred Arsenal setup of the Arsenal players? Is it Gabriel, Timber, Rice? Is it Saka, Gabriel, Rea?
This is a good question. If you could
How
pick
are you
3.
setting up if you are going to triple up
Right
on
now?
the best team since the Invincibles?
Shut up.
It would be Rice, Timber, Gabriel.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think you said
You skip Sokka?
At the
What
moment,
has he done for you lately?
at the moment?
It's okay.
What's he done for you lately?
With his
That's
price?
right.
It's
Just
Same.
expensive.
He's
With his price and what
he's not even
Timber
in there with
and-
Verts,
what
right?
Timber and Gabriel,
Verts is doing
He's
more than he
not.
has, right?
No, he's not.
And
He's nowhere.
and that's concerning.
I didn't include him in the price. I only did it within a certain price
Right.
range. So
Still.
his numbers might be
Sokka's
very
numbers
well-
have been okay.
right. I'm sure he's fine.
It's
But
not
still.
It's
the
not.
same boat, right?
It's not what
Yeah.
you want from a guy that's that expensive. It's like if you get a
luxury
bunch of, It's
guy.
like
Yeah.
last year when Salah was getting a bunch of assists.
Yeah.
Or if you
Something
were only
I'm paying
getting,
for.
If you're only getting
Well,
assists from Cole Palmer or something,
If
that's
you
not.
can go
right.
back with Sokka to match week 11.
He's gotten a bunch of returns.
12, 4, 5, 6, 4, 11, 3, 7, 6, 4. So out of the last 9 match weeks, he's win 1 week where he hasn't given you a return.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
the returns haven't been huge,
Right.
but
not what you're
it's been
not what you're paying for,
involved.
right? Yeah.
It's been involved every single week.
Not what we come to
And
expect from him.
He's still 7th overall in midfield scoring. So again, but he also costs
7th
more.
to a lot
he
of
also
cheaper
costs
guys.
more
Yeah.
than everyone above him, and a lot of people below him.
I just think it's really telling that you have to get to. I mean, it's almost the 13th, 14th most transferred in. Cole Palmer is the first. It's like a little less than 50,000 transfers in. Other than that, it's Rice, Bruno, Rogers, Cherky, Harry Wilson, Garner, Enzo, Grealish, Cunha, Semenyo, Gordon. Like that's 7.2, 7.1, 7.6, 6.8, 5.8. The top like 12 or 13 transfers in are all those mid-priced midfielders because that value is just an undeniable bit of performance.
Yeah, so I think, Brian, if you made me choose, it would be Rice, Timber, Gabriel.
Did you buy one of the Sunderland center backs?
So I've had one for a while.
Alderete? No, you bought Mukiele.
I've had him for a while. Just never got rid of him. My defense up until recently, I finally made a change, has been kind of the same group of players. And I finally made a change this past week, which we can talk about night moves. I made one change. I'm considering taking a hit this week. I just don't have to. I'm like, do I really want to lose more money on somebody? Yeah. I have Calafiori and Bruno Fernandes, and at this point, I've already lost 2/10 on Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
So might as well just keep him.
Yeah, that's
especially
rough.
if there's a chance that he could come back if he's inspired to show out for. Has United mentioned who they've signed yet?
No,
They're gonna
it's
go with
Darren
Michael
Fletcher,
Carrick,
interim manager of
Fletcher?
Darren Fletcher, and I think that's not satisfactory for most Manchester United.
Yeah, that won't last after the end of the season. But
Can they bring in Michael Carrick again for half the season? Like
no, unless Fletcher sucks, but I think he'll be fine. He's been around. The only issue is I think he's got 2 kids that are able to play. The biggest issue for me is I think Glasner's their guy, and I don't think he leaves Crystal Palace until he's going to see out his contract.
Yeah.
He's going to see out his contract. So I think Fletcher's probably your best bet at this point.
Glasner's got to know that it doesn't matter what he does right now. He's fine.
Yeah, he could
doesn't
totally
have to
tank
worry
with
about
Palace.
jumping on the job right
He could
now.
go anywhere. He could go anywhere. He's going to get the best job, even if that is Crystal Palace, right? He's going to get the best job and the best contract. So it'll be fine.
I'm glad the forwards made it really kind of easy this week. The one decision maybe you would have to make if Johan Wissa keeps getting starts.
He's not doing anything though, right?
I know.
So how long is he going to keep getting starts?
Did he have a offside goal? Did he have a goal ruled out this week?
I didn't see that.
I think he did score and had it ruled out.
That I don't know.
Either way, 80 minutes of Wissa once he gets up to speed in this Newcastle team with the schedule of fixtures that are coming up.
That's fair.
That's a documentary. 80 minutes of Vissa.
80 minutes of Vissa, yeah, for sure. No, it's just But it also
What
feels
would it be about?
it also feels like a void altogether, Woltamod, Wissa, because if they're going to rotate, you'd love if they started together, but it just feels like they can't really afford to do that. I can't imagine.
Yeah, that's just a weird dynamic right
that.
now. Yeah, and Newcastle's playing fine. They had a little bit of a blip there. They're playing fine, but Voltamata has not been part of that fine here in the last couple of weeks. So I'm not surprised that he's not starting. But that does give you a little bit of trouble if you've got him, because where do you go from there?
It's really going to be difficult to talk yourself out of that top. With after Holland, if it's Watkins and Thiago, or if like how you deal with. I feel most strongly, I think, about selling Ekatike.
Yeah.
But although I also wanted to sell him before his price dropped, because I had him up to 9.1.
I don't think it did.
If it didn't drop, that's fantastic, and I'll probably end up cashing in on what I earned on him, which was, I think I got 4/10 on him.
He is currently at 9.0.
I dropped.
He did.
Doggone.
Currently at 9.0.
Well, crap.
Just saying.
Dave, the difference between Mukiele and Alderete in the last 5 game weeks has been 7 points. Mukiele on a 34, Alderete 27. Alderete with more goal threat, I guess you could say. Mukiele offering nearly no goal threat in the last 5 games. Alderete 0.2 cheaper, but of course, if you had gone there, you would have scored 7 fewer points. Both guys ridiculously cheap, though, 4.3 and 4.1. Not sure if you can pick wrong between the two of them, but for what it's worth, Alderete 5 shots in the last 6 games. Mukiele just 2. Alderete with a 0.63 xG. Mukiele's 0.04. But Mukiele does have an assist. So
okay,
just to wrap that one up.
No, solid work. Travis, are we on to night moves? Is there anything else we need to cover?
No, I think we did a pretty good job of covering everything. We were a little bit all over the place.
The one schedule thing that's worth keeping in mind from game week 21 to 22 is that everyone's got an FA Cup game. Round 3 of FA Cup is the first game there in between the break. But Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, the semi-finalists for the Carabao Cup, are playing each other, obviously. So those 4 teams, Arsenal, Manchester City, Chelsea, Newcastle, play twice. So they will have, and all the other teams will have a full week from the end of the 3rd round of the FA Cup until the start of game week 22. Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Newcastle
will not
have only 4 days because they are playing that first leg of the semifinal.
Arsenal has 9 games in January.
That's the EFL Cup.
That is a lot.
Carabao EFL Cup.
Right.
Not
9
the FA
games.
Cup.
Right. No, the FA Cup is the first
separate
game.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I'm just saying, that the Carabao
those
Cup.
4,
Yeah.
Those 4 matches, for sure.
So I'm not sure what I assume that they'll play a fairly normal, not so rotated team, but maybe not. Are they going to go? Will they go harder after the second leg? Or are they going to try to knock it out in the first one?
It's a great question. I mean, they have a group of guys that sometimes you can look at and go, all those guys seem like starters, but they didn't start the last Premier League game. So
what's Chelsea going to do? They are home to you in that first game.
Yeah.
God only knows.
Who knows?
Like,
who
honestly,
knows what Chelsea's going to do?
Yeah.
Chelsea's one of the biggest enigmas of this season.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to
Garnacho's
throw a
score a hat
curveball.
trick against
right.
you.
Don't see that happening.
I would love to see that.
But
I wouldn't.
Mostly for his
things.
reaction.
I hate him.
Just for your reaction.
It annoys me so much. He's a great player.
Garnacho will never
Annoys
do
me.
anything with that haircut.
Okay.
So
You're
we
just
can
jealous
start
he
there.
has hair.
No one with that haircut.
The bleached? You don't like the bleached haircut?
The bleached bowl cut No one in the history of this world,
You never had a bowl
other
cut?
than a serial killer,
David
was
Smith.
successful.
Tell me
with that
the
haircut.
truth. You never had a bowl cut. You grew up in the 90s. You never had a bowl cut. Don't lie to me.
It was close.
You had a bowl cut. Don't.
It was close.
Don't even.
I didn't have one.
I did when I was a tiny child.
Maybe when I was 5 or 6, maybe. Garnacho is old enough to make his own decisions. The fact that he made his own decision to bleach his hair and an own decision to carry that haircut is enough to tell me that human will not be successful.
I can't.
How? Is he making a lot of money? Yeah.
This
Is he
guy
Premier League player?
is judging
Yeah.
soccer skills based off of haircuts.
I know we've been here before.
We need to end this.
I can be a hair cuttist.
I would like to see that.
Look, you can make your choices on tattoos. Great. Everyone loves their ink. I like ink. Not a problem. Making decisions with haircuts that ridiculous when you're a professional athlete is a new level of stupid.
Well, you should send him an angry letter. Have you considered wild carding?
I have not yet, but I typically, in years past, and there's been a lot of them, absolutely ready to pull the trigger the second I
Early,
can get to the second wild card. And for sure, and within the first 5 weeks of the next...
You need to wait until the first break again.
If I can, probably. Just because it just gives you a little bit more depth into the season. I know, Brian, you like to save your wild card.
Second half, I love saving all the stuff as
Brian
long as
loves
possible.
to save a wild card, and then he likes to
love
schedule it
saving
going
it.
into a bench boost,
Who doesn't like doing
which is great. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you're not one that goes into the cup matches with chips, are you? Saves the chips for cup matches to try and get deep.
that? No, what in previous seasons, what I liked most was that the chaos of double game weeks only
Yes.
amplified as the
We're
season
not gonna
went
get
on,
any.
and now that
Or
that's
very
gone,
few, yeah.
but what they did, giving everybody double chips essentially is
A little bit of chaos,
That helped add a little bit of chaos. So, no, I wondered. I did kick around the idea of banking the transfer too and having 2 transfers to go into that.
But you're bringing
into
Cherokee
the
in,
break.
right? Like you're gonna do it. Just to spite Dave, you're gonna do it.
He won't do it.
He doesn't believe you'll do it.
Prove
First of all,
Night
he's
move.
been
Do
making
it.
great decisions since the second half
So-
of the season started.
Semenyo's got to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ekatike can go, but doesn't have to.
okay.
Probably should still though, unless you're. Well, you loaded up on defense this last week too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not worried
So,
about it. I have playable defensive players. I'm mostly fine benching the players that are bad. Like I have Van Heck
You have 2
been
forwards with
benched.
decent matchups. You'll be all right. Yeah.
Right. So it's not like an essential thing.
I'd still
So
sell him.
I'm a little torn. And also having Dubravka is going to make me angry until he's gone.
So you're not committing to any move in night moves and captains, is what you're saying.
Well, if
any?
I was knee jerking the way you did, Dave, it would have been Semenyo out, Declan Rice in. If that would have just been like that would have been like a
that
hands
wouldn't be even
down,
a
like,
knee jerk.
gone.
That's
Like,
not
do
even
that.
a bad decision.
No, I know.
I agree with
understand.
Travis.
No, I understand.
It's not
that.
a knee jerk.
But Semenyo
That's
is
a
not
course correction.
But Semenyo is not necessarily a problem, is what I'm saying. If Semenyo's there, if he doesn't, assuming he doesn't move until I don't
he
know.
will.
I know
He
he's
will.
going to eventually, but he's been playing again just fine in the last 5
Fine,
weeks.
but
His
not
scores
great.
have been better than I think anyone expected them to be, and they're home to Tottenham this week.
Semenyo's
not worried about Tottenham.
Semenyo's not a must sell.
Well,
Right,
Romero's
that's
back,
exactly
right?
it.
Romero's back. That changes things a little bit, doesn't it?
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I'm not worried about Spurs defense.
All right. So you're not doing anything. Who are you captaining though?
Ekatike is the one guy,
Yeah.
low ceiling, possibly injured. Like the last team you want to play is Arsenal at Arsenal. And so Ekatike out. The only
Yes.
issue is after the break, they're back home to Burnley
Watkins.
at a time when I would
And
want to
back.
have Ekatike
Watkins, save the money,
if
bring
he's
him back.
fit.
It was just fine, but if he's not
Okay.
fit, then you still have Watkins. What do you care? I think Ekatike to Watkins is your move. Forget about Cherokee. Forget about Dubravka. I think that's a good move, and then play him. Play Watkins. That's not that my opinion matters. I made 2 moves.
Who are you captaining, Brian?
Yeah, who are you captaining? That's a good point.
Holland hasn't pointed in 3 weeks. Do you have the Stones?
But it's Holland at home to Brighton, and
right.
honestly, when he hit, so historically my favorite shot in the world is when a player hits the underside of the crossbar. There's no better shot. The second best shot is when a player manages to hit both posts. If you hit a shot from the side that goes across the goal line and hits the other post and then stays out, that's been the next best thing.
Yeah.
When I saw my third favorite shot of all time, when Haaland hit the inside of the post so hard and it did not go in.
Yeah.
It ricocheted out.
Right.
I don't know what you have to do.
You can't hit the post.
That is an unbelievable.
Even Darwin knows that.
Just don't hit the post.
He obliterated the inside of
3 weeks in a
post.
row. Do you have the John
was
Stones
pretty ridiculous.
to not captain?
No, he doesn't. Clearly, he doesn't.
You know who
Brighton home.
My vice captain. I like to see the vice captain that was on Gabriel for me this past.
You know what's
week.
hilarious is that's exactly what I've got right now is a vice captain on Gabriel.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Against Liverpool, the worst performing set piece team.
Oh,
come
Mr.
on.
Goal threat.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a
No,
terrible.
there is no
Liverpool.
What's Kanade gonna do? Man mark him?
The only other if it was in any way
pull his shirt off.
If it was in any way a stable situation, Cunha at Burnley would be an okay captain, but there's no way. There's no.
Who's
you're
going to
not
be managing?
Yeah, we do.
point.
Yes, we do.
It's Fletcher. You don't know
Darren
what
Fletcher.
he's going to do.
I'm not.
Unfortunately, we do because he's done it before.
Yeah, I'm not taking the
He's
captain off.
fine.
I'm captaining Holland.
All right. Very good. I'm probably captaining Holland as well.
You don't have the John Stones to
Because
not
I don't
captain?
have the John Stones.
Okay,
I'm going to
just
continue
checking.
to ride it with everyone else. And I don't know.
Any
Some people
changes?
look, League Billy. Give shout out to League Billy. He went with Saka this past week. He got a little better than Holland's nothing.
Yeah.
So there's some people brave enough to go out there and say, "Hey, I'm willing to test fate this week."
I think that at Chelsea that is a little bit more sensible. What's been bad is that City at home has been such a juggernaut offensively,
Right.
and they should have scored more. There's no.
Yeah.
They should have scored more away at Chelsea.
That's what he just said.
Right. That's
Or no, they were home Chelsea. They were home Chelsea.
yeah.
They were home Chelsea.
Right.
They should have scored more. And they're home again to Brighton.
Right.
Holland had a 9 in the reverse fixture this season.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it's boring. I know. It's,
All right, you
My
brought
night
in.
moves. I finally sold Cucurella
Oh,
and
good
brought
for you.
in Kachow.
Okay.
Ka-chow!
Are you going back
Lightning
to?
McQueen.
Are you going back to a Chelsea defender? I know that's part of with the chaos of their
Not at
loss
the moment.
of a manager.
Not at the moment. I need to see things level out, and I never liked that I had like the most expensive one when Chalobah
Right.
and others are out there with less. And my other move this week was I brought in Thiago. So I brought in Chow and Thiago.
Okay.
Were my transfers for the week. I had 2 frees.
All right, thanks for that.
I don't think it's worth. I would like to
okay.
bring in Gabriel. I would like to bring in. I love the
Wow.
Ollie Watkins
I'm
shout.
Yeah, I
shocked
do
that
too.
you don't have.
Well, I still have Calafiore, so it is.
I can't believe you're not doing it.
So
Whatever.
it's I don't
Yeah, right. There you go. Take a hit.
Take that.
That's enough to bring us level
Be cool.
going into the game week.
Cool people take
Cool to
hits.
take hits. Why don't you take one a hit?
Just one hit.
But look, I'm looking at my matchups,
Want to
and
buy a hit?
I have all
4 points.
my entire lineup currently starting is all home games with the exception of 1. So it's 10 home games and then 1 away game is Dominic Calvert-Lewin
That's
at
funny.
Newcastle.
I have the
Are
same.
you starting Dubravka
I
home
have the exact
to,
same
Are
setup.
you starting Dubravka home
it's
to Manchester
Rodgers
United
away.
like I am?
It's either that or Raya home Liverpool.
You're starting Raya.
Or you're starting Raya because
Yeah.
what's
For sure
Liverpool going to do? Score?
No.
It took a worldie from
No.
Szoboszlai last time.
I guess I could start Verbruggen and hope that he gets like 18 saves at Manchester City.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
still
yeah.
only like 2 points.
Yeah, because they'll lose 8 to
You got a better
8 to
shot
1.
at Dubravka.
I'm not sure.
All right,
They're both bad.
I moved what is his name? I can see his face. Minta on for
that's a sad
move
one.
Minta on for Wilson. And then I moved Chelsea goalkeeper on for Rofs.
Now, one of the other
Sanchez.
nice things about Semenyo out,
You got Rofs.
Yeah, I picked him up.
Okay.
Semenyo or Foden out, Cherky in, is that, you know, if it's Foden out, Cherky in, it's basically $2.
Right.
Yeah.
So I need, like, at some point, somebody's got to, like, if I want to go to Cole Palmer, I'm going to need money.
Right.
Like, if
But
I
why
want,
would you want to go to Cole Palmer?
once Chelsea's fixtures turn, I don't know if it matters who's managing them.
Yeah,
If it's
I
the
tend to
Strasbourg
agree.
guy that everybody's kind of
Yeah. Yes.
Rossonor.
Rossignor.
yeah,
Rossignor.
Rossignor.
If it's
Senior.
him, I don't know if it is or not. It doesn't seem like some people.
Hey, man, is that guy Rose Senior coming over here?
You see this one. Megan jokes about pronouncing people's names. You can
Oh,
Isidore over here.
I actually like that. Deep Southern Rose Senior.
Hey, did we get that Rose Senior?
That's a good one.
Oh man, you guys who don't understand the Southern slang, I tell you what, it is something else.
There is a documentary about how like Shakespearean English would have
Southern
been
slang?
would have been close. Like
That's
they compare it to Eastern Shore, Virginia.
Oh wow.
Yes,
actually.
that's true.
That
Eastern
connection-
Shore's got a weird accent, man.
Right. And so it's almost American
Yeah.
Southern, but kind of not quite.
Yeah.
And so there's that. So I've seen that before.
Well, even
the
here in
connection
Virginia,
between the it's not
Shakespearean-
that terribly far off of American.
I mean, that was
South.
even in the
so.
deep South, there is country, and then there's country, and then there's like deep
There's
country.
unintelligible.
Yeah,
country.
it's
Even
it
in
gets,
different
it gets
states,
real scary.
like
yeah, it
Southern
does.
North Carolina.
It does get
such
real
a,
scary.
Such a
Yeah,
pronounced Southern
it gets
accent.
really,
Deep
really weird.
South Georgia.
I need to confirm that somebody. It was a former employee where I worked. You know, at the
I feel like you've
university I worked
mentioned.
at.
I feel like you've
Somebody had
mentioned
sent
this
me.
before.
It was a
because
documentary. I need to
Interesting.
see if it's a PBS thing. I want to say it was in a PBS. It was a
Interesting.
PBS documentary. It may not have been, but that could be a fact check. I feel pretty confident about that one, though. I've said some things with minimal confidence. I feel much more confident about that one. I'll nail it down. And
All
find
right,
out if
very
I'm
good.
smart or stupid next week.
Gentlemen, we've covered everything and some. It's good to be back after a couple weeks. Good to be back around the table. And good luck. Good luck this next week as we going in. Hey, look, all I know is this. If you don't listen to this podcast for the first half of the if you do listen to this podcast for the first half of the season and don't do anything Brian says, you'll be fine. If you listen to this podcast or watch and you don't do what Brian says in the second half of the season or follow his lead, you are a silly person and should not play anymore because all Brian does is the second the season turns halfway, he turns into a different animal. All he does is win, no matter
I mean,
what.
you're putting some weird pressure.
Whatever. I'm just stating facts. I'm stating facts for the last 7 years.
Season's
So,
already over, so I'm
Giving
I'm just
Brian
gonna
the mini
end-
league
I'm gonna
title
end as good as I can. That's
It's
all I can
like
do.
giving Arsenal the mini league title midway through the season. It's just
It's
inevitable.
pretty close.
It's over
It's
you.
just inevitable.
He's surging, that's for sure.
Well, we definitely did not talk enough Arsenal this podcast,
Yeah,
but
we
we
talked
did
enough.
talk about all the other relevant things. For the FPL America podcast, this is David Smith. Until next time.